First of all, select the default objects and then press X to delete. Hold Shift-A to open up the Add Object menu and then from the Mesh section select Cylinder. Move the cylinder by pressing G following by Z to move in the Z-axis, then hold Ctrl to move by 1 increment. Press Tab to go into edit mode and then add a loop cut by pressing Ctrl R and then right-click to leave it in place. Press Ctrl B to bevel the edge and then press X to delete faces. Go to the Edge Select mode by pressing 2, or select it in the top left menu. Hold Alt, and then click on the edge to select Edge Loops and then press F to fill. Go to Face Select mode by pressing 3, or select it in the top left menu. Toggle the X-ray view and then go to Front View by pressing 3 on the number pad. Select the upper part and then press P to separate the selection. This will split the cylinder into 2 objects. Select the upper part, go to Edit mode by pressing Tab and then hold Alt, and then click on the edge to select Edge Loops, then bevel the top edges by pressing Ctrl B. Meanwhile, you can scroll your middle mouse button in order to change the number of loop cuts. For loop cuts should be enough. Go to Modifiers tab and then add a subdivision surface, then increase the viewport level to 2. Now go to Edit mode, switch to Face Select mode, and then select the bottom face and press I to insert one face inside. Exit the Edit mode by pressing Tab, then right-click on Object and select Shade Smooth. Select the bottom part, go to Edit mode, select the top face and press G to move it down a bit. Go to Modifiers tab and then add a bevel modifier, increase the segments to 3 and then shade it smooth. Now hold Shift-A, add a circle object, and then change the segments at the bottom left menu to 16. Go to Edit mode and press F to fill the circle. Now choose the Vertex Select mode and then from the Select menu click on Checker Deselect. Press S to scale and then scale it up a bit, and then press Ctrl-Shift-B to bevel the vertices, then go Face Select mode and insert 3 faces inside. Now add a Displace modifier, change the direction to Z and then hit New Texture and now go to Adjusting section by pressing the Adjust icon. Change the type of the texture to clouds, increase the size amount to 0.33. Now go back to Modifiers tab and decrease the strength to 0.200. Add a Solidify modifier and give it some thickness by changing the value. Finally add a Subdivision surface modifier and then shade it smooth. Hold Shift and then right-click on the lettuce object to move the 3D cursor in above. Hold Shift-A and add a circle object, then go to Edit mode and press F to fill the circle, and then press E to extrude. Add Bevel modifier and increase the segments to 3. Now shade it smooth. You can adjust and move the layers from top view by pressing 7 on the number pad and then press G to move them. Hold Shift, then right-click above the burger to place 3D cursor. And now hold Shift-A to add a plane. Go to Edit mode and subdivide the plane 3 times. Choose the Vertex Select mode and select the around vertices. Now hold Shift-Ctrl-B to bevel the vertices. Exit the Edit mode and adjust the placement. After adjusting the placement, add Collision modifier to the burger and Cloth modifier to the cheese. Now press space bar to simulate the cheese shape. Add a solidify and give the cheese some thickness. Additionally, add subdivision surface modifier to smooth out the edges. Hold Shift and right-click outside the area and add a circle for the tomato slices. Press S to adjust the scale of the circle. Go to Edit mode and press F to fill the circle. Now press E to extrude it up a bit. Add bevel modifier and increase the segments to 3, now shade it smooth. Add an array modifier to duplicate the circle object few times and then adjust the relative offset. Now it's time for adding materials. Go to Materials tab and add a new material per each object. You can see the colors that I used for this burger in the left side. After you have done with materials part, hold Shift S and click cursor to world origin. This will place 3D cursor to the default Blender position. Now add a plane and scale it up and then give it a color as you want. And for the final part, hold Shift A and add a area light. Move it up and scale it up as well. Go to light settings and increase the light power to 450. Now change the pivot point by pressing dot. And then click on 3D cursor. This will allow us to rotate the light from the 3D cursor radius. Now hold Shift D to duplicate the light and then press R, following by Y to rotate in Y-axis and enter 45 degree. Additionally, duplicate the light, this time rotate the light in X-axis and enter -45 degree. Change the light colors to something warm and then from the scene settings change the render resolution to anything you want. Now add a camera, adjust the placement. Then go to camera settings and change the lens type to orthographic and then increase the lens scale if needed. Finally, go to render settings and change the render engine to cycles and enable denoise option. Congratulations, you made a little cute burger.